happy 5 years. 5 seasons, 5 years. This is the start of the 5th season, the start of something new, something fresh, which I really think I established as my actual, word for 2025. We're here, we're back, and I wanted to bring you in with my personal space, as always, a little bit of me to all of you. So yes, you'll definitely hear some cats in the background, you hear some jumps and some meows maybe, and so, but here we are, we're back, and I'm extremely excited and proud and thankful that you are here choosing to be with me today as well. 5 years in of the podcast, and you're here making a difference. And you're like, what am I making a difference? I'm just listening to you. You're here making a difference to yourself. You're here as a promise to yourself, because if you know anything about Ariadna and the Always Believer, it's all about mind, body, soul wellness, which means you're here to better either your mind, your body, or your soul, or all three of them at the same time, because of course we have tools and tips and tricks for each and every one of those categories and everything else in between. And yeah, let's go back for a second. I did say cats, and you will hear them in the background some way, somehow. But we have another beautiful addition. You see them both all over my social media. I'm forever happy to be, better said, I'm very happy to forever be known as the Black Cat Lady, because oh my goodness gracious, they just not only match my vibe because I'm a witch, but they match my vibe because I'm a witch. You get it? They're magical AF. They're both foster kittens. Binks is Binks. You've known Binks, and now we have Enid, and she's a kitten right now, so she's extra playful, as kittens are. They get along wonderfully, so thank you so much for the ones who've asked. They're definitely siblings by now. Play fighting a whole lot, and all the craziness that, you know, it is with pets, with animals, with tiny humans, with everything else that life involves with creatures of all ages, shapes, and sizes, basically, because we're all animals. But anyways, that's a little bit beside the point. Oh my goodness, I am so freaking thrilled to show up in a space that means so much, not only to myself, but to each and every one of you. I have been, of course, working smart. I don't want to say, but I'm working hard and not sleeping. I mean, I haven't been sleeping a lot, to be honest, but no, I've been working very, very smart and very diligently and steadily and consistently and all the things to bring you not only a super amazing season after season after season of this podcast and more. I'm officially doing events. I'm officially doing face-to-face presential events. I am so flipping excited again and over the moon because I've missed them. They're finally back. I have gone to quite a few over the years. However, this year, in our beautiful 2025, let's hear it up, let's hear it up, let's hear it up. My goodness, for all the freshness of the year. Yeah, we're starting again. We're starting fresh. We're starting diving deeply into all the topics. So not only am I doing events and collaborations with the Always Believer as well, and they include, oh my goodness, they include a lot of marketing and communication, like how to make reels and videos and podcast and me helping you in that way as well. So that's a lot of the workshops that I have. I have mentorships coming up, and then I have events for like vision boards and Galentine's and Lucky Girl Syndrome and so many other events that are really cool coming your way. So if you are around the area of Barcelona, please come on over. I am here for you. Let's dive, let's jam, let's do this together. And I also do a lot of witchy stuff as well. So I'm reading my oracle cards. I'm exploring my gifts to give out to you as well. So this game called life, no, that's not where I wanted the sentence to go. I was like, this shit got real. This shit's always been real, but this is just a fresh new start of exploration of something, of a project, of an idea that I had many moons ago, and it's a big business. It's turning into a bigger business day by day, and I'm just proud to say thank you, and thank you for being here, and here I am to stay. Of course, I've always been here to stay. What else? I was on a hiatus for 2 years, which was completely unexpected because knowing me, I want to do everything everywhere all at once kind of vibe. But I needed a break away to heal myself, not entirely, because that's not the point of the game. That's literally not the point of the game. But to heal certain layers of me and certain parts of me, and physically, if you remember, if you recall, if you were here listening to the previous episodes of especially the last season. But it happens to be between the last two, because the last two were within the same year. Health was pretty hard. Health hit me very, very hard. And I understood right away why it was hitting me hard, how it hit me really hard, what I had to fix, how I had to, dive into and not only fix it, but also to like vibe with it, flow with it, understand it, release it, all sorts of layers. So I went the doctor route, of course, but I also went the spiritual route. I went inward a whole lot, and I needed that. So at some point of 2024, I threw myself back out there, not through my podcast, but that's when I started doing events and going to events. I started meeting heaps and heaps of glorious witchy souls that warm my heart. And here we are, about 7 to 8 months later, roughly speaking, of consistency when it comes to using this platform. And I'm like, let's keep going with the podcast because I miss it. I talk to y'all a lot because if you've been up to date, apart from my videos on Instagram and TikTok, of course, thank you very much, I started my YouTube. And I have a huge shout out for Shakira and David Beckham, which is insane for both, for me to speak that sentence. Thanks to them, I started my YouTube, among many other projects that we're still doing, and they're on their way of being developed as we speak. So, Shakira, gracias, super agradecida, por favor. Oh my goodness. And David Beckham, I'm not going to imitate a British accent, but just thank you for both of you for being who you are and seeing me, even if it was ever so randomly. You were both ever so kind. So thank you, because that's just wow. So all this to say, I have a YouTube channel as well. So you have been seeing a whole bunch, and it's a brand new, once again, what was the word of the year? Fresh. That's what we said, right? It's a fresh new area for me to explore, to create. I do a lot of storytelling. I do a lot of motivational stuff, as always, because I freaking adore it. But most of all, you get to see other parts of myself as well. So talking about that, fast forward to where we are podcast wise, if that's the only thing you've been following to, I'm much better health wise. And I'm here to show up again as myself as always, in a very safe space for you to come as you are. So I want to know, how are you? How are you today? I am doing really wonderful, to be honest. I think this is really magical. I honestly wanted to record this a little bit earlier, and we tried. My crew was, we did a million things with the lights, and if you're seeing this on YouTube from The Always Believer, the night is coming because it's winter, so it gets darker faster. So not going to be in a rush, even though this is a shorter episode than most. I want to bring myself into the game the way that it is, whether that's cats meowing in the background, whether that's interruptions here and there, not so many, not so much. But the reality of it is, another thing that I discovered the past couple of years, when I go a little bit inward, and I give you a bit more of a sneak peek if you haven't been following along in the other areas and other things that I upload, other places that I upload. My inner child, I've dealt with her a lot, which is wonderful. I love my Disney. I love my Bluey. My goodness, I love Bluey so much. I love letting her play. I love coloring. I love dancing. I love singing. I love recreating friendship bracelets and arts and crafts and scrapbooking. All that's like childhood fun for me. I've discovered that I needed to tap into my inner child. So after I let her rage go and I let all that flow out, I feel like she still has more to say, some way, somehow, somewhere in between there. I'm looking for, inner child activities. No, I have them covered. I can always use more, though. I can always use more. Inner teen activities. So I've dived into that a lot more. And then at the same time, using the same, when I was a teenager, I was very much a Danny Tanner from Full House, if you know Full House, a Monica Geller from Friends, if you know Friends, very OCD, very let's clean, clean, clean. Everything has to be certain spots, like so picture perfect the whole time. And throughout the past few years, I don't know if only the last two, but overall, I felt it a lot stronger last year, 2024, a whole lot stronger, is embracing the mess that you're in and loving the mess that you're in, especially if it's your mess. You know, you don't have to love everybody else's messes. That's a whole different, side conversation and tangent. But embracing the mess that you are in, that you are creating for yourself, as long as not too super messy. Like, no extremes are good. My OCD wasn't good, and like the other extreme is not good. I'm saying, like, find the balance in between. That one. That's the beauty of life. Because I wanted to show up as me. So as I'm explaining, because I know, I see my camera's like, we're losing light, we gotta pause, we gotta do this. I see the signs. I'll wrap this up a little bit, and we can change and we can move. The flexibility of that's what I wanted to bring to the table. Because nothing in life is perfect, even if it's a super big production. I mean, super big productions for movies and things like that, it's a different caliber of life. But when it's between you and me, until I have a big studio space and I'm able to present myself in certain ways online in a business way for my podcast, that's fine. That's perfect, because that's where we want to be, right? Especially for your benefit, mine, for you guys to have the best light and sound and all these sorts of things. However, I want to make sure that I keep embracing my mess. So that's why, for example, for the holidays, if you see my recent post, which the holiday just happened, I'm like, I was a Grinch this holiday season. I had the holiday blues all over, stamped on my face. Even though I didn't go into deep details why, I still express that way to you. I still tell you and show up and be like, hey, I'm not going to fake being holly and jolly over here because I am Mrs. Grinch. I'm a bah humbug kind of moment. And it lasted a long time. It lasted a full 3 to 4 weeks. And that's, technically speaking, that's all the holiday season and then some. So even though all these wonderful things and amazing deals were happening, I was just like, oof, so much trauma and drama. And just internally, I was just like, okay, let's deal with all this, right? And that's the point of me introducing myself today in this very way, once again, because this is real. And that's it. So, for anyone new listening, if you don't know what the Always Believer is about, it is this. It is a community, and I'm going to quickly actually read something, as you are seeing. It is a community filled with inspirational real-life stories of overcoming obstacles, flowing with tools, tips to help you love yourself inside out. We have events and workshops. That means safe spaces to express ourselves, discover new habits to help our life flow better, and serve some deep self-love throughout our daily lives. Thanks to our community coming together. We're back. We are a podcast, the Always Bigger Podcast. We're Team Flyer, of course. We have moving stories where we can bring to light the struggles, the generational trauma, the taboo subjects, and a lot of heart-to-heart conversations where everybody's welcome to come as they are. I adore being here 5 years. I adore being here as many years as my heart wants to stay, and as long as your hearts want to stay. Being real, being me, being the Halloween lover, advocate of everything that I feel like that needs to be said and done and what's right. And believe me, something that I'm really, really focusing moving forward is not only leaving the bloopers in as always, because those are always there because those are very real, but the things that I'm really focusing moving forward is expressing myself a lot more. I do a lot of it online and even offline as well, and people are always very surprised to be like, oh my God, you're still shy? And I'm like, yes, because when it comes to singing, when it comes to dancing, when it comes to theater that I absolutely adore, my voice goes like almost silent. And that's like a trauma release that I have within me that I'm so freaking thrilled to explore with you, to talk to you. So yeah, welcome back. It's season 5. Night is basically here. If you're seeing the podcast video, you can definitely understand what I mean as well. And most of all the surprises coming our way, we're going to let life take us by the hand, surprise us. We're going to take the leaps, the unwavering leaps of faith. We come together as a community, as a form of love, of self-love, of so much of that. And we bring not only the tools and tips to help you, but also the reality of it. Because everything is not always happy-go-lucky all the time, and it's okay. It's okay. The laundry's there. The kids are fighting sometimes. The project got delayed 5 days. It's okay. It's life. We're here together as a community, the Always Believer Team Flyer, to remember that we're not alone, that we're literally all in this together, and that some way, somehow, someone connects with us, someone understands, and by sharing our truth, by sharing our voices, however way that may be, we're creating more power. And this is why I'm here. So here we go. All right, my loves. Happy, happy, happy 5 years. Celebrate, have fun. Thank you for being there, always listening in to the more 170 episodes. My goodness gracious me. I adore you all very, very much. We'll talk very, very soon. You know where to find us: Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. All my social media is up, link in bio, as you already know, my babes, my Team Flyer babes. And go enjoy my YouTube as well, my YouTube channel. Go follow that, please, because oh my goodness, that takes not only a lot of time and effort. I adore what I do, and you get a lot of tips and tricks there too. But we'll maybe mesh some things together. We have projects there aligning, and you get to see me grow a lot more. And I really missed this part. I missed talking to you via podcast. Anyways, lots of surprise coming your way, because they're coming your way and they're definitely coming my way. So if they're coming my way, they're definitely coming your way. Hug tighter, love stronger, always believe day in, day out. I got you. I'm here for you. Let's pull the work together. Let's bring each other up. Let's lift each other up. Once again, hug tighter, love stronger, always believe. Lots of loves. Bye.